Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome to the History AI podcast. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Marco. Today, we'll be diving deep into the life and legacy of William Penn. Oh, and expect a few light-hearted quips along the way.
Absolutely, we might just pen a few jokes for you.
Already starting, are we?
Alright, to truly understand Penn, we have to look into his early life and family history. Born in 1644 in London, Penn belonged to a prominent Anglican family.
That's right, Chuck. His father, Admiral Sir William Penn, played a significant role in the British Navy, serving during the English Civil Wars.
Yes, and despite that prestigious background, young William was always drawn to the radical ideas that questioned established norms, especially religious ones.
And it wasn't long before he found the Religious Society of Friends, or more commonly known, the Quakers.
That's an important transition. At 22, he officially joined them, which was a bold move, considering how Quakers were persecuted in England at that time. They had this radical idea of inner light, the belief that everyone could have a direct relationship with God without intermediaries.
Which is mind-blowing if you think about the religious landscape of the time. But this belief also greatly influenced Penn's political views, didn't it?
Absolutely. He started to believe in the inherent equality of all people, and by extension, the need for a more representative form of government. He started advocating for religious freedom, the rule of law, and even argued against forced military service.
But his religious and political beliefs didn't always earn him friends. In fact, he was imprisoned multiple times.
But every cloud has a silver lining, right? It was during his stints in prison that he penned his most influential writings. Penn's vision of a holy experiment in the New World, where a society could be built on Quaker principles, began to take shape.
Speaking of the New World, let's discuss the agreement that allowed Penn to establish Pennsylvania. It's a fascinating story, combining debt, royal favor, and a dash of serendipity.
In 1681, King Charles II granted Penn a charter for a vast tract of land in America as payment for a debt owed to Penn's father. This would become Pennsylvania, named in honor of the senior Penn. Imagine paying off a debt with an entire state.
Well, Chuck, if you ever owe me money, I'd like my state to have beaches, please.
Noted, Marco.
With this new territory, Penn had the chance to put his Quaker beliefs into practice. He crafted a government based on religious freedom, fair trials, elected representatives, and no capital punishment. Pennsylvania became a haven for Quakers and other religious minorities.
Now, he didn't just establish rules from afar. Penn traveled to Pennsylvania and forged a treaty with the Native Americans, ensuring peaceful coexistence. It's often described as the only treaty never sworn to and never broken.
And while in the colonies, Penn founded Philadelphia, meaning City of Brotherly Love. He designed it with wide streets in a grid pattern, which was pretty innovative back then.
He even invited settlers from various European countries, creating one of the first melting pots in America.
But it wasn't all rosy. Penn faced challenges maintaining control over his colony, and later on, financial difficulties forced him back to England.
And sadly, in 1712, Penn suffered a debilitating stroke, passing away in 1718. But his legacy lived on.
Absolutely. Let's dive deeper into Penn's lasting impact on representative government and individual rights.
At the heart of Penn's beliefs was the idea of self-governance. He pioneered the concept of a government with checks and balances.
Sounds familiar, right? The American founding fathers were undoubtedly influenced by Penn's vision. Pennsylvania's 1701 Charter of Privileges laid the groundwork for the U.S. Constitution.
So, in a way, Penn's ideals went on to shape the world's most influential republic.
A Quaker with a cause.
When the world hits hard, hit back harder with Strike Force Energy. The zero sugar, zero calorie, power-packed energy drink additive that fuels your adventure. Just a quick squeeze turns any drink into a relentless power source. Perfect for your workout, your hike, your life. Ready to strike? Visit strikeforceenergy.com. Use coupon code UTSALAX24 for an explosive 20% off your order. Strike Force Energy, unleash your potential. Strike Force Energy, fuel the fight within you.
Welcome back, folks. Before we wrap up, Chuck, let's share some lesser-known anecdotes about Penn. Did you know he was friends with another influential Quaker, George Fox?
Oh yes, Fox was the founder of Quakerism and heavily influenced Penn's beliefs. They shared a vision of a just and equal society.
And here's a fun one. Penn once challenged another man to a duel, a practice the Quakers strongly opposed. He was arrested, but he later apologized and never took up arms again.
Goes on to show that he, like all of us, was a complex human being. But what stands out is his unwavering commitment to his principles.
And that legacy endures. Pennsylvania remains a testament to Penn's vision of a society built on fairness, equality, and religious freedom.
Couldn't have said it better. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into William Penn's life and legacy.
Join us next week as we explore another fascinating figure from history. Until then, keep exploring and remember, history isn't just in the past, it shapes our present.
And with that, signing off. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Marco. Stay curious.